so we in the round robin phase. I'm not going to talk too loud because we're not far away from Daniel Vaughan on ring 1. But Armand Ascaray has had, I think, I don't think on record.
Yeah, it must be a record of some
Must
sort.
be a record of sorts. I mean, the closest anybody's got to him in a first to 21 shots is 5. So he's had 2 victories, 21-5, a 21-4, and 2 21-0. Good start here from Daniel. Running through by a metre and a bit. Of course, Armand Ascaray at the tender age of 21 is a seasoned bowler. He's already represented province at the highest level. And he's drawn the shot.
That's good.
Yeah, Armand has picked up the weight very quickly.
Daniel's played with more weight now.
Yeah.
Superb.
Brilliant bowls.
Superb.
Okay, well now you know why people have battled to get more than 5 against Armand, if that's the quality of bowls he's been playing over these 2 days.
This is
Got to be
handy.
close here.
The weight. Always try.
Oh, well played, Daniel Vaughan.
He might have just pushed that second one.
I see once again you can, if you have a look at these 2 on the mat deliveries, very steady, very basic, no extra movement required, no fancy moves,
Yeah.
very basic.
As I said in earlier commentary, having played Daniel twice now in the league, and I think once or twice in bowls sort of events and what have you, what's impressed me the most is his demeanour and his ability to bowl a bad bowl and then come back and, without it letting him get to him actually.
Two out already. That looks like it.
Looks like 2.
2 shots. Yeah. No. They've asked Jay to measure. Because our marker today is Jay Mendelsohn, who's just got onto the Western Province Ladies selection panel and played bowls for Western Province over many years.
Well, she has represented South Africa, I believe. at some point she got her South African colours. I'm open to correction on that, but
Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, Jay was in a day back in the day like myself. I think we became Western Province players as we got our caps in the very same year.
okay. In fact, we at the club we were very keen to press for Western Province Vets colours again, and to take to play some more bowls and get in there, because that's the quality that she produces. But she's decided to go. She has decided to go the selection route and put back into bowls that way, and I'm very happy that she does. I think she has a very steady kind of outlook, and.
Yeah, well, the Western Province lady selectors are going to benefit from her knowledge.
Absolutely.
Years of experience. So that's a tee-shot start to Armand. I think you guys are sitting at Edgemead Bowling Club watching this. Why don't you get in your cars and come down and support Armand? I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
Well, Al, I think you and I can retire from commentary now. Daryl Thorburn has arrived.
Oh my word. We turn the mics down. Yeah, for those of you who don't know bowls in the Western Province, Daryl Thorburns' reputation sort of gets to you before he does. Good start by Daniel. Armand opting to change hands onto the forehand.
And on the money.
Yep.
12 balls. So a very
Looks
good
close
ball.
here, Grant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Needs a little rub.
Oh, good try.
Very good effort.
Yeah. Another good ball here.
Yep.
Yeah. Daniel's lying 2. No.
Just not going to get back, is he?
No, I think he might have drawn. He's got second shot at least. Might have drawn the shot even.
Yeah.
Is that close?
No,
He's not.
he still
Okay.
holds the one.
Yeah.
Just a fraction narrow, and we're in a perfect position here. We're right in line on that backhand for both these right-handed players, where we can pick up very quickly if it's a good line or if it's slightly.
Yeah.
And that's what's so good about this rink. Now that's slightly under the line. Let's see if it holds.
But he has added some weight.
Weight,
So.
yeah. Doesn't want the weight.
Well,
Could have worked for him.
Could have worked, yeah.
I think the back bowl, his back bowl could be in. It's definitely got the one, I think. the bowl that's on the left of the
Yes.
white ball. Looks like it's a shot. Held beautifully, just over that.
With
over
extra
just
weight.
extra weight.
Just
eh?
that
An
little bit of extra
meter.
weight.
Yeah.
Correct.
Armand not giving anything away, making Jay work very hard for her obviously very profitable job that she's got in marking.
These under 30s don't realise what it takes to bend those old knees down and measure.
So true. Yeah, the bending down is easy, it's the getting back up again.
Getting up, exactly. So it was Daniel's shot.
Somebody will let us know what that was, one or
It
two.
was one to Daniel.
One.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice start here.
Yeah. Drain through half a metre or so.
Half a metre, yeah. I think that's holding up.
Not quite
Kind of
going to
a
get
short,
a couple of metres short by the looks of it.
Yeah, another good ball here. As you say, well, you can see it when it comes out the hand.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, as you see, Kevin Campbell always loved this rink. You can understand why. Closer this time, is he? Yeah. Yes, no,
Yeah, I'm not sure.
not sure. Not quite there. Okay. Jay indicates that it's Armand's shot. Close here. Yeah, well bowled,
Yeah.
Daniel.
Daniel's drawn the shot.
Ah,
Daniel.
great ball.
That is quality balls,
Quality
by
balls,
both
yeah.
players.
You know, as we've been saying early on, Grant, this, you know, if somebody is battling and you give an Armand or a Karen like she was this morning, free hand to keep drawing, hopefully Daniel can start turning shots around and putting Armand under pressure. Is he going to bend?
He's added the weight,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Yeah, well, and your point around that is all around pressure, right?
Yeah.
If there's no pressure on you, it can be the easiest game in the world. It's
Yeah.
just when you have to create shots and make something happen that it all changes.
Yeah. Looks good.
Yeah, this young man is in the
If
zone.
he gets there,
Armand.
if he gets
Just
there,
left it a bit short. Yeah, maybe a little short. Just the one, I think it looks like.
one shot.
Yeah, one shot.
Yep. 3-1 to Armand.
You're talking, I know you played a lot of soccer. I played rugby. And I don't know about you, but as you were saying, getting back up, my knees it's like watching a horror movie, you know. My knees are watching the horror movie, no?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know if I could blame it on my football career, because I try to stay away from heavy tackles.
Yeah. I can certainly now, I can play. I was a front ranker, and it wasn't even a tackle that was the problem.
Well bowled,
Yeah.
Armand. What a great start. So I think after 45 plus years of bowls, that left knee of mine has said it's had enough. Oh, what a great effort.
I have a great friend by the name of Enrico Lupini. You may remember the name Lupini.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
Lupini who played for Transvaal.
Yeah.
And anyway, Enrico used to talk about the fact that the modern props today are an absolute disgrace, because they don't understand that props only move in Fat Man's Alley, which is the area between the 15 and 15.
Didn't he go on to play for Italy?
Tito, his
Tito,
cousin,
yeah.
yeah. And in fact, Enrico's son made the Italians' seven side a couple of years ago.
Daniel's moved to his forehand. He looks very close here. He's going to make
Got
it.
a bit of a ride
Gonna
off
make
there.
it.
He has.
Yeah, could have made two.
Yeah.
Great shot, Daniel Vaughan. So we've got Daniel, and we've got Stephen, both played in the under-30s. Their father, Rob, who has joined the club following seeing the success of his two sons. We've got Dennis, the uncle. We've got Dennis's wife, Alana, all Vaughans. We've got Shirley Vaughan. We've got Roy Vaughan, who I played back many years ago. We had a very successful nationals tournament, and Roy was a top bowler at our club. So
Maybe you guys should change your name to the
To
Vaughan
Vaughan.
Country Club.
look at this. Look at this. Oh my.
Fraction
What a
here. What a
great
great
try.
bowling. Eh? Absolutely fantastic bowling.
I think if Dan is at all concerned about playing the forehand and moving the white, it might be better if he switches to the backhand.
Backhand.
Yeah.
There's no real danger. The only positive there is that he can move his bowl further in, or push Armand out.
Yeah. Well, the perfect shot would be just to slip past that bowl of his that's about a foot short.
Yes.
Just past that.
He's taken the right, or we reckon is the right hand to play.
Yeah.
His ball looks like quite good. There we
Great
go.
effort.
Yeah,
Very
and no
good
danger,
effort.
and well
Yeah.
played. I don't know how you came to bowls, Al, but I came to bowls through a stalwart Western Province player, the Silver Fox, Gary Nash.
Yeah.
Gary Nash and I spent 20 odd years playing cricket together in the slips. Many a story told in those slips, I can tell you. Gary doesn't mind a chat. I have a feeling Gary's overseas seeing his children at the moment.
Yes.
So if he's listening, hope all well, Gary. I have a feeling you're not. You're not the most techno-driven dude, but
maybe his son Ryan is.
Or maybe Ryan,
maybe
the
Ryan
other Silver Fox.
Silver Fox. Yeah. Two. Makes it 3-all.
3-all. Yeah.
I think Daniel's showing the right start here. You know, he's not overawed by the occasion. Hold on, we're turning the microphones down. Daryl Thorburn's got closer. Okay, he didn't say anything, so we're
fast without a word. He obviously had a big night.
So yeah, Daniel is really, he's not letting the results concern him. Armand's results, that is. And he's matching him shot for shot at the moment, which is good to see.
Start over, Daniel.
Yep.
Meter through. Meter and a bit.
Yeah, I like that line. If it comes back, might be just a little bit shorter.
It's actually
it's one of those hands you say you can trust.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good shot. Definitely the shot. Brilliant weight. Yeah. Thought when it came out the hand he might be a little bit short. You could tell he didn't get that one away nicely. Once again, that pressure, getting another ball close would have put Armand under pressure. It's given him a chance to adjust his weight. I think you need a little bit of rub of Dan's bowl to get the result. No, something's wrong, Dan.
Rushing it a bit. I was going to say a bit earlier that in a way it's a pity that they didn't start a bit later, because what tends to happen here at about 4 o'clock is the greens cool down, and we always talk about a yard more after 4.
Yeah.
And it's very, very true here. It sometimes can be a great leveler, that adjustment to pace. It happens quite quickly.
don't think Armand's played many ends like that this weekend. Yeah. Did Daniel get away with one shot there?
Well, that's the first time that Armand's been down this whole weekend.
Well, somebody might have picked up one on the first end.
Well, not if two of the games were zip.
True. I'm focusing on the other two games.
Okay.
3 games. 2 5s and a 4. That's the closest anybody's got to Armand this weekend. Daniel's going virtually 2 meter to 2 meter.
Very good start, Dan. Very good start.
Very good. Another good line.
Started well, yeah.
Now let's see what the weight's like. Good ball.
Yeah, very good.
It's the white ball, yeah. Yeah. It's fantastic balls, guys. Really great bowling. Very close here, Grant. Is he going to bend? Is he going to bend? Oh, what a great try.
Great effort.
Close again.
Yeah.
Down. Yeah. Ball listened. Dan was a little bit concerned that he might get a flick on the white there. That ball shouldn't put Dan off. He can still get around that. Can Dan play the perfect shot here and get the inside edge of Armand's bowl and move that white ball for 4?
It's come out the hand well again.
Yeah. It's all on weight.
Oh, he is trying. He is trying.
Oh, what a good effort.
Oh, good effort, yeah. Good ball coming in. Oh, this is good.
Great bowling.
Oh, very good.
Great bowling.
Very good bowling.
Okay, so I know we've had a few problems this morning with the buffering, and I hope that hasn't made people switch off. I'm not sure if Cole can tell us what the viewership is at the moment. Is there any way of telling, Cole? Because for those of you that are watching, talk to me, mate. 42. Okay. Well, for those of you that have decided not to watch, you're missing a fantastic game here.
I think it's important to let people know that apparently the games have been recorded, so you will be able to watch it without the buffering once it gets downloaded. Yeah. Armand started with a great shot. Yeah.
That was the line. Just ended up a couple of feet short. Very good.
Ball.
Very
Yes.
Daniel's reaching it. Can he find something? And not the gap.
Oh.
It's very good. Armand holding 3 shots at the moment.
That's going to be narrow, I think.
Yeah. Weight was good. Just cut the line a little bit. And going through Armand's mind now must be, do I draw another shot or
Put one around the back.
put one around the back? It looks like he's opting to try and just on the draw move that white ball a little bit. It's another shot. It's pretty much made up Daniel's mind. Oh,
Possibly played that on the wrong hand.
definitely.
Yeah. The idea was to try and
Yeah.
move it back. He had 2 balls
Oh.
lying back.
No, there was a much better target for him on the backhand.
Yeah.
The forehand, he had to, if he played with that weight, he had to hope on an element of luck to find the edge of the narrow bowls of Armand to get back onto the short bowl or the jack.
Absolutely.
Just maybe inexperience.
You know, Kevin Kevin Cannell always talks about playing the hand of the most jack you can see. It's another way of saying what you've just said, the bigger target.
Yeah. Yeah, look, it comes down to percentage, and that was certainly not the percentage shot that he chose. Armand's brought the mat up a little bit and thrown it to the 2 meter.
Good ball here.
Very good. Well, Dan needs to bounce back very quickly. Most important thing from this end is to score. Just get something. Short again.
Yeah.
Opportunity here for Daniel. Yeah, we talk about the pressure situation again.
Maybe that yard more after 4's come in early.
Yeah.
This might be a bit heavy unless he can take the jack.
Yeah, he really needed to miss that ball because he's opened it up for Armand on the backhand now. And he's taken advantage of it.
He has indeed.
Yeah.
Well bowled.
Narrow again. Unless
He's
he's got
played
enough.
with some weight, so
Yeah,
it's,
as long as he's got enough weight to hold. Armand's brilliant.
well played. Very well played.
Yeah.
Also good.
Yeah, I think he's got second shot out of it. Great effort. He gets a little bit less of that ball, and I think he could have got the shot out of it.
A small opportunity here for Dan. If you can get to Armand's ball.
Looks good. Can he bend to it? Can he bend to it? What a great effort.
Very good.
Yep. One shot to Dan Vaughan, 8-5.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much our cameramen have caught of the surroundings, but we're being treated to a truly spectacular Cape Town day here.
Okay,
in the middle of winter.
we'll ask Cole to give us a panoramic view. Yeah. Now cameraman Noel is obliged by showing us the back of the cable car. And if he moves to the right, you'll see the stunning 12 Apostles.
I have a feeling that the cable car is closed at the moment. I haven't seen it moving all day, and I seem to remember them saying there was some time that they were, doing upgrades and maintenance and whatever.
Thanks for that, Cole and Noel, for obliging. Beautiful setting here. Did a Tiger Woods there. Yeah, good start from Armand.
This is good.
That's great. Putting on a performance here, the boys. Shot for shot, changing with every delivery.
Also good.
Wow, what a great try.
Wow. Put it in a good spot.
Yeah. Daniel opting to change.
Is that late swing? Let's see what happens. Oh, just a bit shorter.
Let's see if Armand's going to make him pay for that change.
It's on a good line.
Now that's one of those instances where I don't think Dan should have changed. I think if he's played, he's got the line, he got his weight right. Try and nail it on the hand that you're playing well.
And as you say, he just left the door open.
He did, and
Yeah.
I don't know how that's ended up. If Armand actually got the shot out of it, but he was very unlucky if he didn't.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think there's a front bowl of Dan's that I can't quite see if it. I think Dan's bowl is shot bowl there.
Yeah. There's
Makes it a bit more difficult now.
Yeah, it has, by turning that bowl of his.
Yeah.
Or even though it's Armand's bowl, he's made it a bit more difficult. But it does give Armand the opportunity to reach his bowl. If he misses his bowl, he gets the white. And if he gets the white, he gets 3. He's playing it with aggression. Can it bend?
Might be
bend?
too heavy.
Yeah.
It's too heavy. And I think that's what makes this rink so special, in that get it right, you get rewarded.
Yeah.
You're slightly heavy, it will hold its line, you know.
One to Daniel. 8 shots to Armand, 6 shots to Daniel Vaughan.
Well, congratulations, Dan. You've gone past where no one else has been before.
It's a victory. Is it going to stop? Nope.
I see we also have as a spectator here today Mrs. Annie Dobson, who's John Dobson's sister, the coach of the Stormers, who has become a stalwart of the Glen Country Club and is a novice and has made the little Z squad, and we're very proud of 3 or 4 of our ladies who are doing really nicely in the novices section.
Yeah, that's got to be seen as a positive sign for you guys, Grant.
Yes.
I know that you
absolutely.
have your ladies section. I don't
Yeah.
think I'm giving away any secrets, but I think your ladies section has dwindled
Yes.
to
Well,
a certain extent.
Well, in fact, we've grown by 14 lady members in the last year, and so starting to show some nice growth. I think.
Great start from Daniel. Sorry, Grant.
No, I was
Yeah.
going to say that I think this year we decided with they were the 8 novices, and we shoved them in the league. Some of them had to play skip and second and third, and and we believe the long-term reward of that will come. And we weren't worried about where they finished. It
Yeah.
had nothing to do with it, but to give them the experience of competition.
Yeah.
And Cindy Minnar, one of our members, made the last 16 of the novice ladies. She's been playing bowls for 9 months. So, we extraordinary. And there's a couple, the Ferreiras, Estelle and Dean, who spent a lot of time working in that area of our club as being members of the committee and making Thursday nights competition nights for our novices and what have you. So, yeah, we're seeing the benefit of that. We definitely on a membership drive, and hope to. It's quite an interesting thing. The Glen Country Club's been here since 1950. When we did a market survey recently, 90% of the people who live between Camps Bay and Seapoint don't know it exists.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of our work, is just even getting people down just to get to familiarize themselves with the club and have a drink and see what's on offer.
I think people drive past the roads right above us here and they don't see the 3 greens down below.
Well, there's that, and then of course there's no view of the clubhouse at all, which has been part of our quest to get the little clubhouse built on the greens.
Okay.
And getting the council to agree that we because we have no way of marketing to people who come past and just see what belonging to something special is. But hopefully that will all change in the next week or so when the new clubhouse goes up on the greens. It will all be ready for the Masters, so we're very excited about hosting that.
Daniel's lying 1 at the moment. Now Armand was having a little look because he's certainly got a very aggressive drive, so I don't think I think the white ball would move if he played with any weight. Okay, he realised that he'd taken too much weight off.
Yeah, I'm starting to see it definitely is getting slowing up a little bit now. Not quite getting the same run as as the bowl dies as we were. Daniel seems to be preferring the 2-2 lengths.
Dan has flown past everybody else in this tournament on 7 shots, so from that point of view, congratulations, Dan. Not a bad opener.
Yeah.
See if Dan's made that little adjustment in weights, which you need playing that hand. Looks good, yeah. Nah.
Oh.
Daniel's holding 2 at the moment. Looking good here, Grant.
Just slipped through.
Yeah.
Pitting.
Yeah. If he could have worked off Armand's ball, I think he would have been good. Here comes a drive. Here comes a drive. Right on target, he just didn't get the result he was looking for. And Daniel draws level.
Yeah, so I was saying earlier, we had extremely high winds in April, and the big heavy picnic benches that we had between the greens were actually blown onto these greens, causing quite a bit of damage in one area. So that is a little area that obviously has come through now, and Sandelia has very kindly repaired it for us.
A slightly drier patch on this side of the green, as you were saying earlier on, most likely by the palm tree, the shadow. I think if you can pick up that extra little run on, as Armand seems to have done here. But
Sitting on the 2.
yeah, if you, I think if you're playing the forehand away from us and then the backhand down, there might be a slight weight difference
Yes,
and,
there is.
in the finish. Just gets onto this dry patch and it just runs a little bit further on. And that's not a criticism, it's just the way it is.
That's the way it is, yeah. I was telling Alan earlier that unfortunately these palm trees are at the mercy of our council, who will not let us remove them in any shape, manner or form. And it does result in a number of challenges for us. We would love to see this palm tree that's causing this particular shadow moved.
I think Daniel's bowl that just rubbed off the front bowl has certainly taken the front bowl out. Yeah.
Jay says that Daniel's holding.
Well,
no, it can't
no,
be.
it can't be.
No, it can't
It's either, if it's one in a measure, it's got to be
Before
one and
Armand.
possibly for a month. Yeah.
Yes. What's that saying? Oh, wax on, wax off, Daniel's son.
Daniel's son, yeah. Yeah. Seems to have got that way on a good line. Let's see what his weight's like. Has he adjusted? I think he's still running. Yeah.
Oh, sitting in on Armand. Oh, shot.
Could be. Well
Very
played.
good, well played.
Yeah, he's making Armand work, yeah, for the first time on the weekend.
Oh, there's some nice sportsmanship.
Yeah.
Armand congratulating Daniel on a good shot. Nice to see. Two provincial teammates and nationals mates. I think
Yeah.
they played some bowls together. No, not at nationals. Apology.
Yeah, well, they would have played under 25s together.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's right. Armand took the wider hand, the swinging hand. Just out of shot. And Daniel races into a big lead.
Yeah.
One shot.
Some of the crowd that are watching here today.
I see Miles is having a bit of a yawn. He's relaxed now that Karen's not bowling. Very proud dad, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we spoke early on about Clark Ellis, and I think
Yes.
he goes through all sorts of nightmares when his son Luke is playing.
Well, if he's got weight, it's a very good line.
Yeah, come up a little bit short. Yeah, I think early on you was talking about how did I get into the game. And
Yes.
I think on a lot of occasions in this game, certainly in the past, it's been parents. Your parents play the game and you end up playing the game. My dad Reg was a very competitive bowler, as was my late brother John. Both competitive bowlers that played at a Belleville. And it was almost like it was going to happen at some stage. And I just decided sooner rather than later. So I started playing when I was in my late 20s. I'm talking about competitively. Packed up my football, packed up my baseball, and started playing bowls. And all my friends in my age group out in Belleville thought I was mad, that I'd be taking up this game, this old game of old man's marbles, And, but I was so into it with my parents. I mean, every breakfast, lunch, and supper was a committee meeting on bowls. So I had no choice.
Yeah, I always say to a lot of youngsters that are here, I say, come down and why don't come and play, and they go, I'm still busy with cricket, or I'm still busy with that. And I always go, why does it have to be one or the other? Play cricket seriously, but come and play bowls on a regular basis socially, even if you start. And it's really interesting because we quite often, when the Aussie cricketers are out here, they come and have a game of bowls here, and they all play and play competitively. I mean, they really are quite good bowlers. And that's just because of the community that they're in. Their parents bowl, and it's not seen as old man's marbles in Australia. It's seen,
well, you just got to look at their national sides.
Well, it was fascinating to see that in the Australian Open this year, the men's pairs was won by two guys under the age of 25.
Right.
And not one of the Australian main picks have won any of the Open tournaments this year. So all youngsters, up-and-coming youngsters. It's a good line again. He's got the weight this time.
Yes, back to that white ball. He's very good. Well bowled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, can you believe it? I mean, over in Australia, some of those people are retiring from their international careers when they turn 40.
That's right. I know. I know. I mean, I unfortunately left cricket. I started playing golf while still playing cricket, and I kind of wish I'd discovered this game earlier.
And the fortunate thing now is that because of there's so many more youngsters playing this game, is that they have novices competitions. You would have seen, I saw you on Facebook, the advertising. I mean, there's every other club is running a novice competition. I mean, what a fantastic thing for the game of bowls.
Absolutely. And what happens is youngsters attract youngsters. Who are you going to listen to an 80-year-old guy saying, come and play bowls, or are you going to listen to your mate of 40 or 35 playing bowls? I mean, I think that one of the main things that bowls, where we have to get to, is a point where the game is again exposed on mainstream media. It's wonderful to have Noel and the guys live streaming. Unfortunately, the audiences are the people who know that it's going to be on. Yeah. What we need to do is be able to get it back onto mainstream television, on SuperSport and what have you.
Yeah.
And that's the way we're going to grow. In quickly and in mass.
I certainly know that Noel Solomons has big ideas.
Yep.
I think he's been in discussion with, or certainly looking at numbers and putting forward a proposal to DSTV to get us back on mainstream TV. And as you say, expose the game to not just the bowlers that will be tuning into streaming. And for those of you who don't play bowls and are watching this broadcast,
welcome.
Yeah, get down to your nearest club and look at these kids. I mean, they...
Absolutely fantastic. Yeah. I must say that backhand is really showing off today. Good weight.
Get to the white ball. She's done. Well bowled, Daniel. And Daniel's reached double figures, which is a first.
We have to say that, qualify that it's against
Armand.
Armand's put in a very good bowl here. Slipping past. Oh, the margins this game.
Seems to be a slight turn in the game with regards to Armand's gone a little bit looser and Daniel seems to be a little bit more consistent. Did you watch that rugby, the Bulls last night against Glasgow?
Yeah, I mean, I know that I'm going to get shot by some ons eet nie van die vloere van die Bull supporters, but I have to tell you that there again, we talked earlier about pressure and reverting to type, and the Bulls went back to one-off runners and trying to run through defences. There was no creation of space, and yet they started so well.
Yeah.
You know, and then the minute the pressure came on, they reverted to type, and unfortunately, it was their downfall.
Yeah. Well, having played the game, I'll bow to your superior knowledge. But I saw a distinct change in that game. You know, that try that the Glasgow side got just before half time,
Yes.
and the second half, it was almost like two totally different sides that came out.
Absolutely
The
right.
game turned very quickly. Yeah.
It's at least two.
Yeah. I've noticed a little change in the game here. I've seen it coming for the last two ends. Armand's going for to visit the loo.
The old Neil Burkett manoeuvre.
Yeah.
Hello, Neil.
How's it, Burks? Hope you're watching, mate.
Some of your proteges are bowling really well, Neil, so you should be proud too.
Okay, we have a break.
Yeah, I know. You could just, I guess, you know what? With the money that they've got up there, and the talent. You know, see, I'm not a Jake White fan, so like, I just think it.
Okay, just interrupt Grant.
One of our members coming in. Where's there he is, right above us.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that jumping off our that little green patch on Lion's Head up there is part
Launching,
of our club, and that's where they launch from.
Is that part of your club?
Yeah, well, as I said, we built that.
Oh, okay.
We built that, although we do it in conjunction with the conservation guys.
Sure.
But we played flag here one afternoon in the summer this year. We counted something like 20 odd of them in the air at one time.
Wow.
It's just magnificent. Made for distracting bowls because their shadows come over the green.
You think they're coming in to land on the bowling green?
Yeah.
I'm sure that's happened before.
No, it hasn't actually, but it nearly happened when Jeff Chart, our president, decided for his 80th birthday to take a flight and forced the guy to come in as low as possible across the greens. Let's just put it that the flagpole nearly
Oh, God. Yeah, I don't think I'll be brave enough to do that.
No.
I know my son-in-law Craig in London. I don't know if he's watching, but he's done it before. He went up.
It just looks so graceful and
Serene.
easy, and
Yeah.
a very lively part of our club. We have about 140 of them,
Wow.
led by It's actually really the only club. So if you paraglide, you're pretty much going to belong to the Glen, you know. But they have landing sites sort of in Hottentots, Holland, in Cedarburg, and all over the place that they go and fly from. And they generally meet at the club, and also there's the professional guys who fly off Signal Hill, who are also members, and sometimes bring their clients to land here, depending on the weather sometimes. Yeah, I'm more convinced than ever now that Table Mountain's actually closed, the cable car. At the moment, I haven't seen it run once.
No movement, yeah. Right, we can return to the bowls after our two competitors have taken a short break. Let's see if it's affected anyone's concentration. I think without doubt, just from that bowl, if you go back to what I was saying earlier on about playing in this direction, how there seems to be a little bit more finish coming this way.
Yeah, it's definitely drier.
Yeah.
That might be too narrow. Wait. Yeah, it really swings off.
Yeah. Brilliant weight. Just cut that line. Fortunately, you pay for the mistake.
Yeah, good shot.
Well,
Great shot.
the Burkett move seems to have worked for him. Daniel.
Oh,
Daniel Vaughan. Oh, God.
I think Armand's returning the favour.
Very close if you can hold. A terrible result.
The worst.
A little bit heavy. Not a bad result.
Yeah, I got
Taken
one
away
through
the catch.
Yeah.
Looks like Armand's winding up again. Okay. Now, if I'm playing Armand, that's the reaction I would want to get out of him. It's almost like a little victory within a game. Now, it's a funny old game, Grant. I mean, I can recall, and once again, I don't want to talk about what I've done in the past, but it just so happens that it's important
In the context
of this game, where I've played Western Province Masters, Open Masters, and gone through my section unbeaten and gone to the final, and played a member at your club, Sydney Epstein.
Yeah, so
and
still
lost,
playing.
and lost to Sydney in the final. You know, and the only game you lose the whole tournament is the final. It's almost like you get to the point where you want to be, and then you almost relax, and it's gone.
I think Sydney, I think he got to the last 32 or the last 16 this year.
Seniors.
Seniors, yeah.
I saw him at cricket club.
Yeah. 10. That's a bad mistake, isn't it? Still a very competitive bowler. I can honestly term him a good friend.
I played went on many a tour with Sydney. Fierce competitor.
Yeah, fierce competitor. Yeah.
Lost one of my 4 Western Province trips finals to him. Obviously he wasn't playing singles, but he skipped the side.
Is that dry patch you were talking about, Al?
Yeah, it's getting
just gets
the
a
run
bit of
on.
run through there, yeah. This is
Still
also
running.
going to run now.
Yeah, this is certainly going to be the shot. I think it's going to be right on top, but looks like
It's
that.
a meter,
Yeah.
but
See if Daniel can make that adjustment.
also going to be running a bit, I think. He's got a better line, it.
Needs to get to the white ball.
Oh,
That slow run through. There you go. Oh. I hope that doesn't come back to bite Daniel. Well, that's the sort of spirit these boys play the game in. That's obviously not the sort of thing you would do, but they're quite happy. And Armand's giving him a foot about 6 meters up the rink. There you go.
returning the favour.
Yeah.
With those bright coloured shoes, how can Daniel go wrong?
Yeah. Somebody's going to give me a foot. I'll play with weight and tell him not to move.
This is better.
Well, Daniel.
Drawn the shot.
Yep.
Yeah, I hear Daryl Thorburn warming up.
Daniel's giving advice. That looks like one hell of a track.
Yeah, he's on a good line. That's good.
Well bowled.
Well bowled.
Yep. Big bowl. In the context of the game, big bowl. One shot swing here. Either way, instead of 15-8, it's now 14-9. Yeah, Armand must have got those in a lucky packet, a big lucky packet, I think, those shoes.
It'd be great if he was a Smurf. Yeah, it's a good start, yeah.
Yeah, well bowled.
Very good start. Well bowled.
makes the trippies good.
Oh.
Giving himself a chance here if he can bend. No, it's a little bit too heavy. They seem to be battling with that line on that backhand. Armand's thrown it further out. Let's see what his weight's like. Jay signals Dan is 2 down. Still narrow. Still narrow. That's a bit of a gimme.
It looks like the Burkett trick has worked.
Well, if you take into account the standard of the bowls prior to the break.
Yes.
Yeah, Daniel just seems to have slipped. Slight change in the length here, Grant.
Yep.
Let's see how they adjust to that. Takes out this patch.
No,
Yeah,
so I was just thinking the same thing. It's taking that dry patch out.
Taking the patch out. So.
Good start. Just a bit short. Good bowling here, Dan. Yeah, good start behind the bowl.
Yep.
Behind the jack. It's about a metre through.
Very good ball.
Very. So what Armand's done is forced Dan onto the other hand after he's been bowling so well on this backhand.
Correct.
Not happy with that.
No. I don't think Armand really needed to change, but he's opted to go to the forehand.
better out of the hand. He's trying.
It's enough for the shot, I
Oh,
think.
he's drawn the shot, I think.
Yeah, it's a shot. What is he trying to do here? A little bit of weight. Okay. Well, I think he was trying to find Daniel's last bowl.
Or himself pushing Daniel out, yeah.
Yeah, possibly. Whatever shot he was trying to play on that hand, I think he was trying to thread through the eye of a needle.
Yeah, I mean, I still think that even for him, after Daniel, where Daniel played, the draw on his forehand was still an option.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit narrow out of the hand.
Yep.
I think. Going to be under.
Yeah, I think we've seen a couple of shots today where maybe it was just a lack of experience opting to play a shot. I couldn't quite see what Armand was trying to achieve on that shot. I mean, if he found his front bowl with that sort of weight, he would have to hope to get it 100% square onto the white ball to get a result. If he got anything other than 100% square, he wasn't going to get a result.
No, that's right. Yeah, Dan's favourite length.
Going back onto his favoured forehand.
Yeah, good start.
Yeah, very good start. He's had the tendency to drop that first ball, playing in this direction about a metre short. He's adjusted nicely, giving himself a much better chance with the ball in that position.
Armand's put down a good ball as well.
Yeah. Jay indicates that Dan's still holding with the back bowl. Started to battle on this hand a little bit, Grant.
You have to, you know, from the experience of playing here and playing a lot of bowls on this rink, you have to trust that grass. You really do. It will come. And if you're slightly underweight, it's cruel. It just...
Yeah. Needs to get down.
Let's find a bit more grass this time. There you are. There you are. It's just a bit heavy.
Just running through a little bit.
Just a bit heavy. Look at where that ball finished.
Yeah.
You know, on the other side.
There's a tendency to add that little bit of weight when you go wider. Slips that, he's good. That's got to be shot.
That's got to be shot.
Yeah. Great ball. Had the confidence to come around that short bowl of his own, his own one, and trust the hand that it would bend.
Trusted it. Towards him now.
Just given too much weight again. Yeah. Temperature's starting to dip, Grant.
Yep.
Getting a bit cooler.
Feel that sea air coming in at you now. Might be too. Yeah, we had a bounce game here last Saturday evening, late afternoon, and it was a special day, pretty much like today. Sun was setting, mountains were pink, and I said to someone, actually, we are in heaven. If bowls was played in heaven, we're in heaven right now. This is it. Yeah. It was just spectacular. I think we might be in for one of those this evening, actually. Yeah. So, depending on how late this goes, I'm sure Noel will capture some of that for us.
There we are. On cue, Noel has given us a picture of the Atlantic Ocean.
That could be Craig Wiley out there.
Fisherman.
And boater. Waterman.
So that must have been 2 to Armand. Closes that gap to 15-13 now.
19 ends.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, lovely start by.
That's fantastic. I mean, from the moment it left his hand, the arc of the bowl on that nice bending hand.
Bad start by Dan.
Looking good again.
Yeah. This is good. Yeah.
Could be.
Could be.
Yeah. ball, Daniel. Perfectly weighted shot, made sure he reached the head, found the shot pole. That looks like another good line from Armand.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Excellent balls.
Daniel.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Very good balls.
Daniel. You could tell from the moment he left that ball go, he was on the perfect line. It's finished on the center line. That extra weight, he just didn't get the bend.
Declared it.
Daniel must be sure. He must think he's holding two. I mean, he could have, I think, safely played the forehand and come around his own short ball. I'm the one playing mind games with Daniel now. 2 shots to Daniel, 17-13.
Well, we're into the downhill side of the game now.
The home stretch.
The home stretch.
Good start here. Very good start here.
Yes, very, very good. Also a good ball.
Yep. He's going to make the trip.
Might be a little short.
So to all of those fellow bowlers that are making their way up to Neisner, I'd like to wish you a lovely 4 days of bowling in the Oyster Festival in Neisner.
If they can please phone and tell us if the oysters work. Very good bowl. Very well.
Yeah, there is. I went up a couple of years ago with my good friend Greg Ecote, known as Raggers.
Raggers.
And
Raggers was here yesterday.
He's a Neisner boy. Well, when I say Neisner boy, I mean he's got all his mates from East London.
Yeah.
All living there, so always good fun. Neil Burkett and I went up and played with him. Fantastic tournament and no shortage of oysters, that I can assure you. Gee.
So we have to ask you the question, is it true?
Yeah, it's true. There are lots of oysters.
Another roll or two, that would have been great.
Mm-hmm. You hit it, Armand.
Short.
Yeah. No, I think he could tell the moment he let it
Yeah.
go. I think
Yeah.
these youngsters, these two finalists, have got a feel. Their game. They're playing so well that they know. The moment they release that ball, they know whether it's short.
Yeah.
And that's down to the fact that they're playing on a lovely surface also.
No second guessing, yeah.
I think Daniel's virtually given up on that backhand because there was a shot for him on the backhand.
Trying to get around. Okay. Some protection at the back there.
Not happy with that one either.
It's short again, I think.
Yeah.
You know, there's a story that Sid Epstein told about a friend of his who was a great rugby player, and he heard that his hooker mate was dying, so he went to visit him. And
True story.
well, according to Sid. And so he said to his mate Charlie, he said, "Charlie, just do me a favour. If they play rugby in heaven, will you let me know?" So Charlie said, "Absolutely, I'll let you know." About 2 weeks later, Charlie passed away, and they went off to the funeral, and a couple of nights later, fast asleep, kazam! "Who's that?" He said, "Who's that? Who's that?" He says, "It's me, it's Charlie." He said, "Charlie, how are you?" He says, "No, listen." He says, "I'm in heaven." He says, "I've got good news and bad news." He says, "What's the good news?" He says, "Well, they play rugby in heaven." He said, we play every day of the week here. And it's like playing in autumn all the time. We never have rain, we don't get muddy. He said, "And all your old mates are here, we all play." I said, "That's fantastic, what's the bad news?" He says, "You're in the team for next week." And back to the bowls.
Yeah. Good one.
Armand has thrown it to the 2 metre. He's brought the mat right up.
I think this is almost a crucial time for Armand if he wants to stay in this game. Very good start. Can't afford to let Daniel get too far ahead. He's not short.
I have to think that's a mistake.
Definitely. See, the sun is also becoming a bit of a factor now. Putting up the hand to shield the eyes from the
This
sun.
has got a good line to it,
Yeah.
some good
He
weight.
slows down, he's good.
Very
Yeah.
good, very good. Too heavy.
Yeah.
Gonna slip past.
What's going through your mind, Daniel? Are you looking at that ball? Is it worth the risk? Playing your backhand and trying to reach Armand's bowl with a meter or so, turn it out the head. Stayed on the draw, I think.
I think it's the right shot.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's great bowling, Daniel. Are we going to get the bomber coming out now? The big booming drive. He's also got to be careful because if he nips it a little bit, he whips his own ball out the head and he loses the game. So he's got to be difficult. No, he's staying on the draw. Rightly so.
He's played a good shot. Oh, what luck.
Made contact with the bowl, but unfortunately
Just
fell out.
Yeah.
Could be 2 shots still. Two. Daniel gets to 20 shots. Armand's on 13.
Well, you were saying so earlier about how cruel this game can be. You know, you cruise through all the playoff, through the sections, through everything, and
the unfortunate thing for Armand, he might have been playing out of his skin so well that he actually never was in a position to be under pressure. And I think for the first time now he's been put under pressure.
Yeah. That's the point, you know. It would have actually been more helpful to him to have had 1 or 2 tough games on the way through.
Yeah, absolutely.
But as I say, the fat lady hasn't sung yet.
Not at all. It's never over till it's over. Great start here from Daniel. 18 inches. What that bowl has done is it's forced Armand and Daniel to a certain extent
to play the other hand.
They battled on that hand, and now he's forced Daniel onto that hand. Don't think he got that away. That meter slower now. Now you called it. What's the time?
Oh no, it's well over. 20 past 4 now.
Okay.
That's a good place. Is it? No, it's swung a bit, just a little bit. It's fine. It's a good place. On that backhand.
The way this head is building,
Yes.
it's actually better than Jack level. You know,
Yeah.
which builds a target. I think Armand's under again. Am I blaming him? He's under pressure.
It's interesting that, you know, one thing you don't want to be if you 20 whatever down is short.
No.
And it's an easy game when you sit here as a commentator.
Absolutely. I played some of my best bowls in this seat. Can Daniel draw a front toucher?
He's giving himself a chance.
Well, that's not a bad bowl.
Yeah, it's awkward place.
That's not a bad bowl.
Go for it. Oh, what a fine shot. Good try. Still one down.
Yeah, yeah.
Very good bowling,
That's
Daniel.
unbelievable
Well bowled.
game.
Very
well
good goal.
bowled. Two
Wonderful.
competitors playing
Yeah.
fantastic bowls.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've given us such an
afternoon.
exhibition. Yeah,
Fantastic.
fantastic afternoon. Everything's come. Everything's worked out brilliantly.
I think, as you said earlier, it's just such a pity there weren't more people down to witness it,
That-
because I think they've missed out on a treat.
I think they deserved more. I think the
Yes.
youngsters,
Yeah.
deserve to have a good bank and
It's an
get
interesting.
the applause that they deserve for the type of bowls they were playing.
I think it's an interesting challenge maybe for the PBAs to look at a tournament for these youngsters that has got some decent money in it.
Yeah.
You know. Or running a smaller tournament alongside it or something.
Yeah.
You know?
No, we will definitely. There are lots of ideas going on
Yeah.
at the moment. With the committee, I don't know if you've seen the construction that's going up at Durbanville Club. The PBA are building their own office.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And Andre, who has his own bowl shop, is going to move into there and get it out of the office, the Durbanville office, where it's taking up space. So, yeah, it's have a good, keep an eye. It's going to be a lot of changes and a lot of things happening with the PBA. Very exciting.
That's fantastic. Good news. I'd obviously like to thank you. It's been a fantastic day spent watching bowls and chatting bowls.
Yeah.
And also to thank my green staff. I think the unsung heroes. Yeah, they produce fantastic greens for us. Up early in the morning, mowing and polishing and everything else that they do. So Sandile, Wilfred, Sammy, Morris, thank you guys for a great weekend.
Yeah, and to you, Grant, Glen Country Club have certainly put themselves up top there, up front. You chaps have produced fantastic facilities. Your greens are immaculate. I mean, I can go on and on. You know how I feel about this club. You guys have done a marvellous job, and well done to you and your team. And I've seen big changes since you've taken over as general manager, and well done, mate. You're doing a great job.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And thanks for joining me, because
It's been fantastic.
and if I can just put a shout out there, if you don't mind, to Pam. You know Pam.
Yes, I do know.
I happen to be married to Pam for 50 years. Shame, sorry, Pam. But I was sitting at home. I'd asked Claire Cowan to help me with the commentary, and unfortunately she couldn't. And Pam said, "What about Grant? Grant's got a good voice. He's nice and positive." So here's a shout out to
Well, thanks for recognising that, Pam.
darling Pam, and
Maybe
my
I
wife
can be
and-
the next bull, the Scottish commentator.
Yeah.
And shout out to Trace. I know she's listening in the Eastern Cape. The dogs miss you.
Yeah, thanks. We'll just try and get
You
an
see there,
interview.
Daryl had to try and get in on an interview.
Yeah, there he is again.
yeah.
Could we do a interview with the winner? Can we get a camera on you? Good, yeah. So we can ask the winner of the Western Province Under 30 Masters, Daniel Vaughan, if he can join us. Just give him a minute to put his bowls away and get congratulations from the supporters. Hello. There you are, Daniel. You're on screen, mate. Let me be the first one. Well, not the first, but I mean, one of the many you're going to get the congratulations and unbelievable performance you put on for us here this afternoon. And I was saying earlier on, I think unfortunately for Armand in that section he played in, he played some phenomenal bowls and he was beating people 21-5, 21-0. And I've seen it happen so many times. You know, you do the job until you get to the final, and when you get to the final you almost relax. I'm not taking anything away from the performance, but all of a sudden he was coming under pressure that maybe he didn't experience.
Yeah.
You must be absolutely over the moon.
To be honest, I did not expect this to make it this far at all. Obviously this being my first Masters tournament, missed last year, and my first little goal was to win my section or come second, top 2 in my section. So to have come this far and played against Armand today was really not even on my mind at the beginning of the tournament. So yeah, pretty speechless, and I'm just really happy. And the Glen put on these greens are absolutely magnificent and just makes playing such a pleasure.
It does, eh?
Such a pleasure.
Yeah. I mean, we've watched the whole day. Obviously the TV rink has been here, and how people have, all the players that have played this Decisive have played it so well. I mean, Kieran earlier on put in a hell of an exhibition on this side of the rink, the Decisive side of the rink. Soon as they switched over to the other side, both you and Armand were scratching a little bit, because I think the bend on that hand tended to be a little bit late.
Yes.
So you had to put the bowl out there and trust that it would come back.
Yeah.
Whereas the ditch hand, it was such a natural sort of banana bend.
Yeah, and coming down as well. I try to stick to that. We both did. Try to stick to the ditch hand. Obviously, there's a few occasions where you force me onto the backhand or onto the inside of the green hand, and there was also a bit of a weight difference, which we also saw. But yeah, beautiful swinging both ways on the ditch hand.
Fantastic, and I'm sure everybody, you're going to get all sorts of messages from your club mates at Constantia.
I'm
and I know your brother Stephen has raced off to Neisner to play in the Oyster Festival. When he gets the news, he's going to be absolutely ecstatic.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
And Pops. Pops will be happy.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
Like my brother's going to play some more bowls. I'm back to work tomorrow, but I don't mind a week's break and then province pairs next weekend.
Daniel, you've done your club proud. You've done your province proud.
Thank you very much.
Put it there, mate. Well done.
Very much. Appreciate
Congratulations.
it.
Hey, did you comb your head for the